Joanne from Magpies Cottage.
I'm Amy. Happy Friday.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's a good day.
Good, good. Yeah, it's been slow here because the weather keeps promising to be awful, but it hasn't yet, right? Is it
It's real damp outside.
Yeah, but it hasn't froze. It's not snowing. I did see one weather report said it's supposed to change to snow at 4 o'clock, but we'll see.
Well, it's not raining enough to be snowy.
I don't know. We'll see.
Sidewalks
Hopefully.
are wet. Roads are wet.
We'll see what we have by morning.
It'll be a surprise.
Just so everybody knows, if there's a snow day, I'll put it on Facebook and on the website. So, yeah, we'll close for snow because, just like I said, nobody hardly was here today.
Yeah, no
You know,
kidding.
I imagine if there was 4 or 5 inches on the ground, they wouldn't show up.
No,
So,
probably not.
yeah, if it's ever snowing and you want to know if I'm here, just look on Facebook or on the website.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
We were told that in the virtual world we get snow days too.
Do you?
Yeah. So
We never did when I worked virtually for, what did I work virtually? 10 years I worked, no.
well, that's what's so
15
funny about it.
15 years I worked virtually. I never had a snow day.
No. Well, and the funny thing is, I mean, in a school, yeah, they could have a snow day.
Uh-huh.
And if the buildings, now that the kids are back in buildings, if they have a snow day, we get one too.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, that would mean, though, you have to make them up. Just
not
like
the
they
first
have-
one.
Not, well, I mean, as they would have to.
Okay. The first snow day is not made up.
Uh-huh.
Then the second is there's days in the calendar built in.
Yeah.
So you always want one snow day.
Oh, okay.
One snow day per school year.
When I was a kid and went to school in Milwaukee, they built in 10.
Oh my gosh.
They scheduled 190 days. So we could have up to 10 days off for snow days.
Wow.
Yep, every year.
Let's see, I think there's, well, the first one's not made up, and I think there's 3 or 4 days in the calendar. Yeah, like the first one might be President's Day.
Mm-hmm.
We're off unless we have a snow day. And then the second is Easter Monday. And then the third one is the Friday before Memorial Day.
Now, are you off next week for Martin Luther King Day?
We are. I have a 3-day weekend.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I'll be working. I got report cards to do.
Yeah, I'll be dyeing yarn on Monday and Tuesday. Oh, I have to grab that. I will in a minute. I'll grab that when we talk about what we're up to. So,
She's up to things.
yeah, always up to things. Well,
But-
I got new stuff in the store. Do you want to start there?
Yeah,
Okay.
you go first. I
All
love
right.
this stuff. I
This
saw this on the
is-
shelf right away.
This is Heritage Wave, which it kind of stripes. You can kind of see how it stripes just a little, just the faintest little stripe. And if you've been in the store, I think I've shown it before, the Aerogenia Shawl is one I crocheted using this. And I got just 2 new colors. So I got the rose and the gray.
So pretty.
Yeah, and I mean, they're such a good value. They're $13.99.
Yeah,
So,
can't knock that.
Yeah, good price.
Good yarn for a good price.
So that was the first thing I had. Another color of that Santa Cruz Organic Merino. I really like this. This is a heavy worsted, almost an Aran weight, Organic Merino from Juniper Moon. I don't think Juniper Moon has ever had a product I didn't like. And I talked to the sales rep this week. The first thing I went to look for, he didn't even mention it, I went to look and found that they make a DK of this. It's called Patagonia. And I asked him about it, and he's like, oh my gosh, that's one of the best-selling yarns. So we're going to have that. So in about a month, I'll be getting in. I'm going to start with just 5 colors of the Patagonia DK weight Organic Merino. But for right now, we got in this color. It's called light gray. This one is one of those light grays that have a little beige to it, would you say?
Kind of
Yeah,
taupey.
yeah. So it's not real icy gray, not like the original light gray we had.
Yeah, so we've got a light gray or another
This-
gray.
This is the one we had in the store, and if
Yeah.
you put them next to each other, you can see the new one on the right has more of that beige look in it.
Yes. And then we have it in black, we have it in red, we have it in blue, we have it in an ivory, and we have it in gold.
Gold, yeah. Yep.
And nice colors. And the thing is the colors really play together well. You know, I mean, because
Yeah.
I was holding them together because I was thinking of doing my sweater in this, my color work. And all the colors play really nicely together. And so a very good option for that.
I think this would make an excellent weekender. That's, you know, when I see this, I see the weekender. I have to make one of these days. I just hesitate because I don't always like that drop shoulder thing.
And then
You
for me, the
know?
arms get tight.
Yeah, I'm not a
So-
fan of that. So that's why I haven't tried it yet. So what do you got that's new?
Well, we've got another color of this Brooklyn by Lana Gatto. It's beautiful pink. I'm using the other color that we have, the green, in my hat, which I'll show you in a moment. So now we've got pink. I think it's a pretty pink.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a alpaca, silk, mohair, wool. Nice combination. And it's very soft. A lot of yardage on here.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I used that, and I made 3 of those broken rib hats out of 1 ball of this.
Yep. And, well, yeah, I might as well just do it since we're talking about it.
Sure.
This is my broken rib hat so far. I am knitting it with
Or, no, I keep saying broken rib. It's slipped rib.
slip rib. So I'm knitting it with the green and a brown. So it's my Andes Candies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'm enjoying knitting this up. I think I got one more repeat to go. And then I'll be doing the crown.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on this week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we have another color of Perth from the Queen's collection. And this one is called, where did it go? There it is, Rainbow Reef. So it's a nice long color run gradient. So in a fingering weight. And it's very soft. So cool, nice
Yeah,
stuff.
I made socks with it. I liked using it.
Oh yeah, it does have some nylon,
Yeah.
80-20, so yeah, it would make good socks. So that's what I have.
Yeah. That's what's new in the shop. So you want to go finished objects?
Okay,
You can go first. You got a special one.
I just finished it, literally unpinned it before I came out here. This is Dive In, and it's a cowl from a collection by Stephanie Latven. It is knit in the round. Well, it's knit flat first. All these 2 ridges up here, they're garter ridges on the top. Though that's where it is knit round, flat. And then when you get to this row of color work, then that's where it connects and goes in the round. So all the color work down here is all in the round. And so you don't have to purl with color work.
Good.
So, yeah.
Very
She's
nice.
got a
That's
collection of
beautiful.
3. This is the second one of the collection I've knit. I'm going to knit the third one. I just don't know when.
That
but
is gorgeous.
I just love it. I
Absolutely
just love it.
gorgeous.
So it has not been worn yet. But just off the blocking mat.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. So it took, about a quarter of a full skein for the brown, and the rest was all minis.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all mini skeins.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it takes a lot.
And, you know, it'd be great for a leftover project, too. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I just made up another one of these Pioneer gloves, the short version. And I have that for the shop for a sample. I made it with my bamboo sock. So I have a lot of colors of that in a single lot. I'm going to show you in a minute some that I'm putting on the website, though, so you'll see that. And then I have a second finished object. I made another one of these hats. Now this one I did use the pattern. I used a pattern for something. I made it to pattern. This is the June hat. I had a very similar one that I just made after seeing somebody's, but this one I bought the pattern, well, didn't buy, but printed the pattern. It's free. And then I made it to pattern. And I used the other half of the yarn, because I had the yarn from that other hat. It's Encore in black and Encore color spun for the other color. And it stripes just like that.
So that's what the color spun does. It's a self-striping. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't realize.
This one is the splash effect, and then some of them are that barber pole effect.
Okay.
There's different color spuns. And you know, remember I told you they were getting rid of their dynamo and jelly beans and coffee beans. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're really getting rid of them. I think they're going to call them color spun. And they're just revamping them and
renaming
and putting it all, instead of having all those little different names, it's going to be in one big group. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so those will be around and you can use those too. So this hat, I rang somebody up today. You know, I had some people came in and they wanted to buy all these projects, and I showed them a hat, and I you know, shot myself in the foot for sales, because this hat costs $14 to make and you get 2 of them. And so both of these people that came in first thing this morning, that's what they went home with, was the Encore to make this hat and the free pattern.
Oh, well.
But, you know, when you have a good thing, you want to share it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you might as well make it.
It is a nice-looking hat.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my favorite gift to give away this year. The one I made.
The June hat?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta remember that.
Besides the quilts, but, you know. Of the hats I gave away. That was my favorite. So.
All right.
Yep, that's all I have done. You want to show what you're working on? And I'm going to go get my stuff.
I did.
Oh,
that's all I got.
Okay.
I did not bring Cora's sweater along because it's got too many balls of yarn attached. Okay. I'm knitting a sweater for Cora that is a Stephanie Latven pattern, just like Dive was. And her sweater is got a narwhal on the front, but it's done in intarsia. So right now, because I'm doing different parts of the narwhal's head, I've got 4 different balls attached, 5 different balls of yarn attached to it because of the way the intarsia is working. So I'm going to bring a project with that. You'll see it next week. It'll be done by then.
Okay. So what I was working on is I decided to make a new color a month instead of having all these one-of-a-kind skeins. I wanted to start getting a palette created. So I have these yarns I've dyed the last 2 weeks called, and I'm going to call them Winter Blues. Now they're all the same color, but on different bases they look different. Like this is a 50-50 silk, which does not take dye very well. This is a 75-25 sock yarn. Takes color very, very well. So you can see the difference.
Wow.
You know, quite a difference. But I think it's beautiful either way.
Yeah.
And this is how the bamboo takes the color, which is almost like the silk, but a little bit darker. And I really like this one.
Well, you know what you lose? You lose the sheen.
Yeah, you don't. This is more of a matte finish than the silk has. And then this one takes the dye very well. It's MCN. It's DK, but I think it would work up just as well as Cascade 220. It has 231 yards in 100 grams. It's MCN. It is scrumptious feeling.
Wow.
Yeah, and it takes the dye pretty good.
Huh.
So that's what I'm going to have the rest of the month. Everything I dye will only be these colors.
Oh.
Okay, and then in February, I have something in mind with pinks. In February, I'm gonna just dye pinks. So that's what I was working on at home.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, now.
She said she'd have it done.
I said I'd have a half a sleeve. I have a half a sleeve. decided to put a little bit of that color work you see on the bottom. I
There's your-
just took the first 6 rows of the chart and put it on the sleeve. I love the way it feels. There. That's how far my sweater is.
Yes, for our
So-
color work adventure in steeking.
Yes. So far I haven't had to do anything special because I am working bottom up.
True.
So, and I started on the sleeves. So I'll probably finish the sleeve by next week, and that's all I'm going to promise.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah,
I'll
that's where I'm
promise a
at.
swatch by next week, okay?
Okay.
A swatch. Because I think this is what I'm going to do. Good old-fashioned gray. But my color work is going to be this. So I am going to I'm not going to do the descent, which I had thought about. I found a different pattern by the designer Skandir Knits, and I cannot think, it's some Norwegian name. I can't say it.
Right.
Anyways, and I just love the way it's a cardigan net, and it's fingering weight, and what the hell am I doing thinking I'm going to knit a fingering weight cardigan in a couple of weeks, but I'm going to do it. So I made a list today of all the things that, projects that are like on the, horizon that have a due date, okay? So that I'm going to clear my calendar, if you will, of knitting, so I can knit my fingering weight sweater.
Yeah, by February 27th.
Yes. So I want this thing to be done so we can steek.
Yeah.
So
And, I'm thinking we might have to have a second steeking party if there's a lot of people that don't get done. I'll still invite them to come and steek their swatches. Because remember, make your swatch in the round, bind it off, save it, and we can practice with steeking your swatches. So even if they don't finish their sweater, I'm going to invite them to come and steek their swatches. But then if there's a need, we'll do a second steeking party.
So there's my sweater so far.
All right. You can
Not
catch
as
up.
far as a sleeve. So,
You can catch up. Well, I only got a half a sleeve.
well,
I
that's
got to
true.
go 20 inches, and I'm only about 11. Well, probably I won't go a full 20 because I have short arms. But, yeah.
Is what it is.
Yep. So that's where I'm at. I don't think I have any new tips on the sweater yet, like I said. It's just do your color work. I'm doing my magic loop. I might switch needles, I don't know yet, because I've been getting a lot of hand pain lately,
Uh-oh.
and it's because of all the Christmas knitting. I did so much, so fast. And I used some crappy needles. I tell you, I am one that I grab any needle laying around and then I knit a hat. And so some of them are aluminum, and I just don't think they do good in your hands. So
They don't feel good, that's for sure.
when my hands get sore, though, if I switch to wood or bamboo, they usually get better. So, yeah, I might end up switching.
I don't get it in the hands. I get it in the elbow.
Oh.
And I get it in the tendons in here.
I definitely have to set my stuff down and stretch my elbows out straight very often while I'm knitting.
Oh, I do too.
So, yeah.
And I've started to get up, not only stretch my elbows, get up and walk around. I do a lap around the dining room table.
Okay.
Yeah, through the dining room into the kitchen. I do a lap just because, you know what, I get up then and all of a sudden it's like I've sat there and I've knit for a couple hours and it's like, oh my gosh, I can barely move.
Oh, I
So-
can't do that. I got the dog to take out.
Yeah,
Usually I
no,
take him
that's
out.
Ron's job. I don't take out the
Okay.
dog.
Yeah, every 2 to 3 hours I gotta take the dog out.
Well, that would make sense, but yeah, I'll sit down at I like to sit down 6:30. The dishes aren't done, Ron has to do them.
Oh, okay.
And I'm in my chair from 6:30 till 10:30. So that's 4 hours. That's too long to sit. So then I got to get up. And but in between there, the thing is, in that 4 hours, I don't knit solid.
Right.
I mean, I pick up my iPad,
Yeah.
or I stop and I look, and So it's not like I'm knitting solid, but still,
Yeah.
that's a long time to be sitting.
Yep. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention. I wrote up the pattern for that little poncho capelet. Let me
Yeah.
get it. And so if anybody else, I have several testers already, but if anybody else wants to test it, just email me at info@magpiescottage.com. And here it is again. I'll lean her in a little closer so you can see all the lace. There's lace and cables. So if you want to test knit this, please email me and I'll send you the pattern and all the particulars.
Oh, it's pretty.
Thank you.
Mm.
Did I hear someone come in?
I thought I heard the bell too, but nope, apparently not.
Okay. Sometimes the wind does that. Sucks the door open.
Oh, okay, well, it could be windy out.
Yeah.
Yes, it was windy when I walked from the corner. So,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, there was one more thing. Somebody said, oh, they wish they'd see the names of the patterns and things. We don't have that on our notes. And I apologize, 9/10 of my patterns, I don't really have a pattern.
No,
I
she
just
doesn't.
knit.
She doesn't. She does
But-
not use patterns. The fact that she used patterns on that June hat, that's why I laughed.
Yeah.
She doesn't use patterns.
So I apologize for that. I will tell you, I use Ann Budd's handy book of patterns for a lot of stuff. I use the one with top-down sweaters and just the basic one. Like right now I'm making gloves. I'm using her basic glove pattern out of there. I'll use that initially sometimes to get counts and things. Like hats, I got that memorized. I just go. But like the gloves, I got that book out. I scribbled down some numbers in a notebook. I mean, I modified it already. You know, it just says cast 1 on here. I cast it on 3 because I wanted a little more, you know, a little more. So I modify it. But that's like my skeleton is those Ann Budd books. So I apologize that I don't have patterns for everything I do. Now, everything Amy does, you can see on her Ravelry pages or on the...
I try to put it on the Magpies Cottage Ravelry thread.
Right.
And, you know, if I miss a week, earburn me or something on Ravelry. Send me a message. I mean, I try to do it, you know, like I'll go home tonight and I'll say, okay, what did we talk about? You know, like the June hat, this pattern, that pattern. I know that that's Tin Can Knit, so there's only those 4 today.
Oh, Pioneer Glove.
Oh, Pioneer Gloves, 5 today. You know what? I better write them down or I'll forget.
Yeah. So, yeah, but look on Amy's project pages, too, and then you'll get all the details. Yarn, everything. She's good at that. I'm not.
No, Joanne doesn't do project pages either.
No.
No patterns, no project page.
Yeah.
You know, and then you know what happens when she knits something? She loses it. So, if you've seen it once.
Lose what I make?
Yeah.
Oh, because I can't find that broken rib hat I made, the blue one. I made 3 of them. I got 3 of them out of one of these balls. And I gave two away for Christmas, but I don't know where I put the blue one. Because we sold all of that yarn. I probably put it away somewhere in the storage and
Is it
forgot
in the
about
vault?
it. It might be. Because we sold all of the blue camel yarn and the mohair stuff, so I might have put it away. And I just
There
don't
was a
remember.
third color of this?
Yeah, it was, I have it back there.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of purple and
Yeah, I remember.
purple and blue and pink.
Yeah.
And I did a blue camel hair where your brown is.
I like the brown camel.
Mm-hmm. That Lana Gatto camel hair is wonderful. But that's another thing. I don't see that on their website anymore.
I tried looking for this like in Ravelry, even as a discontinued yarn, and it's not in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is the last color they have left at my distributor. All the rest are sold out, gone, discontinued.
Great. I'm finding I'm liking this hat. So
Mm-hmm.
you can knit
Yeah.
the hat with mohair, a single mohair held double, and it'll be
Sure.
fine. Yeah, this is just a little thicker than that.
You know what I was thinking? Wouldn't this be cool in here and have the fuzz sticking out?
Oh, I think that'd be very cool.
I think that would be really neat. Something to think about, people. It wouldn't be only $14 for 2 hats then, though, because this is $20.
Okay.
But like I said, I got 3 hats out of 1 ball.
Wow.
So,
I might try that.
Yeah, use this and that and the black.
I don't know if I'll do it in black. But
Oh, yeah, you could. I wouldn't pick pink or anything like that. But
you
like,
want a contrast.
You'd want, like, there's a little dark in there. I think that's black, though.
Yeah, could be.
But you could use a purple with this. Or a blue. Or a dark, dark gray.
Well,
Yeah.
options, options, options.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see. What does that look like?
Mm.
Eh.
I'll,
well.
I'll find something. Like
Yeah.
just for color sense. That gets lost. You'd need
Yeah.
to go much darker.
Yeah. I think you would have to have dark.
So, all right. Well, we'll plan
Okay.
on working on that.
Okay. All right.
Short podcast this week.
It is. Yep. So we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.